Hari Om all Atma Jyotis. Welcome to our Gita Gnana Yajna session. Let's start the class with Guru Vandana. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Slowly open eyes. Okay, welcome everyone. So I see that, Mother, like I said, if any of you know how to remove this extra video filter, which my son has put this eyebrows thing, it's looking very weird. If you know how to remove, please tell me so I can remove in the beginning of the video itself. I tried to figure out, I can't find. Okay, Hari Om everyone. Welcome to our Gita Gnana Yajna session. So we were learning the Bhagavad Gita. So we finished learning the second chapter in the last session. This session we will be doing the third chapter, which is the Karma Yoga. Okay. So what is Karma Yoga? We will see what Krishna says. What is Karma Yoga? We will see that. And before going to that, one second, let me share the PPT. Forgot to get it ready. Are you able to see? Able to see the sharing?
Not
Are you
yet,
able to see the
actually.
sharing?
Yeah, now we can see.
Okay. One second. I have admitted everyone. I mean, if at all anybody is waiting, I'm not checking the group just in case. Did Ravi Somashekar ji join?
I've joined just now. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Huh. Okay. So what happens here is in the Bhagavad Gita. Now Bhagavad Gita is considered. It's not really sectioned as such, but for our learning purpose, it's easier for us to learn this way. And Krishna clearly differentiates between the first 6 chapters. First part of it, it's talking about Tvam, where Krishna is talking about Arjuna. He's explaining Arjuna what is Tvam, what is you. When Krishna says you, it's you and me. It's talking about you and me. And the next 6 chapters is about Tat. Tat is the Paramatma, Shri Krishna himself. And the third is the last 6 chapters is the Asi, how Jivatma and Paramatma are one and the same. So we went through the first 2 chapters. First chapter was the Arjuna Vishada Yoga. it sets the premise for the Bhagavad Gita, why we are learning Bhagavad Gita and all that, why Bhagavad Gita even happened in the first place, that too in the battlefield, in such a disturbed place. We should, when we say battlefield, we can imagine something like today's, some war is happening somewhere in the Middle East or somewhere war is happening, right? We wouldn't have been in that place, so we don't know how to put ourselves, how to imagine and all that, but at least somewhere we can link. Okay, it's even worse because we should, being present in a war, it's a life or death situation. Next moment you could be dead. Okay, something like that. It's a really scary situation, right? It's a final, for some people that would be the death of their, that's it, they know they're going to die and they went to the war, right, to fight for the nation. So, and over here, the war is for, after all, a piece of land. And it is between cousins. It's not even between some two enemies or something like that. It's between just their kith and kin. They are fighting amongst each other for a kingdom. And it is called Dharma Yuddha because it was the Kauravas, Duryodhana and his team, they snatched the rightfully which was supposed to belong to Pandavas, they snatched it from them and it was not given to them. And because it was not allowed, now Pandavas want to get it dharmically, which belongs to them. And now we should understand one more thing is, it is such a chaotic situation in that battlefield. Okay, now what there are 18 Akshoinis of Sena. When we say 18 Akshoinis, 11 Akshoini. Akshoini is a group of warriors, elephants, horses, individual warriors, chariots, and all that. 11 Akshoini belongs to the Kauravas, and 7 Akshoini belongs to the Pandavas. In that, what happens? One Akshoini, just to have an idea, one Akshoini means it will have some 60,000 elephants, 60,000 horses, or some 100,000 footmen who are having spear and all that. And so many thousands of chariots. It's that, or maybe even camels, it's that many crowd of animals, weapons, warriors, army men, all ready to fight. Fight is, it's life and death thing, right? And it is such a stressful environment. In such a stressful environment, highest of the highest teaching is given, which brings a person into peace. So Arjuna is so stressed. Arjuna, who was always undefeated by anyone, he was such a great warrior, and he gets depressed. So, Sri Krishna, who is also in the same battlefield, is also in the same chaotic situation. Krishna is not disturbed at all whatsoever. Krishna is tranquil. Krishna is peaceful. Even he is seeing the same warfield, but he is peace within himself. So Arjuna is, it intrigues Arjuna. How come this is such a terrible thing that is, I'm going to kill my kith and kin, my cousins, my teacher, my grandfather, and all of these people. And how come Krishna is, I'm not able to, I am getting depressed, whereas Krishna is remaining calm. How is it possible, Krishna? So he wants to know from Krishna. He can see that there is calmness in Krishna. Krishna is able to handle it very beautifully. And but Arjuna is not able to come to a clarity on why this is, what to do next. Arjuna wants to run away to the forest and do meditation because he wants to escape that situation. Now Krishna comes and he uh, says him to fight, says him to do action. So what action is this? That action is called Karma Yoga. So that is what is today's topic, which is about Karma Yoga. So why Karma Yoga? Sir, why Karma Yoga comes here is now, after the second chapter was called Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga is, we learned how Sankhya Yoga means, it's based on numbers. Why numbers? Numbers always gives precise answers. Anywhere in the world you go, 2 plus 2 is 4 only. Nobody can, somewhere in America, South America or Australia, they can't change the value of figure of value of figures, value of numbers cannot be changed. Wherever you go in the universe, numbers will remain the same value. It will not change its meaning. It will not change its amount or quantity. It will remain same. So the numbers are precise, and precisely we know this is how it is. So Krishna, when Arjuna is wants clarity and he says, I'm your Shishya, Krishna immediately jumps into teach him Sankhya Yoga, which is so precise. Krishna says, this is how it is. You are Atma. Drona is Atma. Bhishma is Atma. You cannot kill them. It's impossible. And even they cannot be dead because even they are Atma. So he goes directly into Atma Gnana topic and he explains what is Atma Gnana. And how he explains, we saw in the second chapter. And in between, while explaining Atma Gnana in the form of Sankhya Yoga, Sri Krishna also says Arjuna to do Karma Yoga. And then he goes on to explain what an enlightened being is and all that. So now Arjuna is intrigued. Arjuna says, Krishna, I understand you spoke about Sankhya Yoga. In Sankhya Yoga, what? That is Gnana Yoga. Gnana Yoga means you are Atma. Atma is Akarta. Akarta means Atma doesn't do anything. It's impossible for Arjuna to kill someone because Arjuna is Atma. Okay, I am Akarta. Okay, I am Akarta. Atma, I am Atma. So I am Akarta. I am Abhokta. I can't take anything from the world. I can't be materialistic. I am Akarta and I am Abhokta. When Atma is Akarta and Abhokta, Atma is just being a Sakshi or the witness to the world, then what is this all about? Why should I go and fight? I can just keep quiet and do nothing. So Arjuna is thinking like this. When you tell, I am Atma, I don't need to do anything. I don't need to eat. I don't need to do anything. I just keep in witness. Everything will happen in the world. I don't need to get connected to the world. I am anyway Atma. Why should I even be bothered? So, and then Krishna says, and then this is what Arjuna is thinking about. And Arjuna says, okay, I am Atma. And in between, you also told something to do action. Karma, you too spoke about Karma Yoga. Why is that he spoke a little bit of Karma Yoga as well in the second chapter. Why is that you tell I should do some action? When I am Atma, I don't need to do any action. Why should I do any action? So tell me, Krishna, more about this. So that's when Krishna explains more about Karma Yoga. So before we'll understand what is Karma Yoga, we'll also see what is a little bit on what is karma. What is karma? Do you all, we don't need to elaborate on what is karma. Everybody knows karma. Everybody is going through karma. So can you all come up and tell me what do you think is karma? Anyone? Bhuvana ji, Varuni ji, Ravi, Somashekar ji, Shravanti ji, Radha ji, Lokesh ji, Jyoti ji. Anyone can volunteer. You all can come up on video as well. Is Radha ji? Did you want to say something?
Our day-to-day our work
Yeah.
are our karmas. Our day-to-day, all the works are our karmas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Any other definition? Day-to-day work. Radha ji said it is day-to-day work. Yes, Lokesh ji, did you want to say anything?
It is, I think it is our duty.
Duty.
Duty, or yeah, I mean, it's connected, like, yeah, day-to-day works plus, yeah, Karma Yoga, his practice basically when we do something with full satisfaction, full devotion, right? That is Karma Yoga. So that means it is also linked to duty, I think. When we do our duty and
what is karma? Just karma, not Karma Yoga.
just karma. Karma, yeah, I would say, yeah, day-to-day activities, our duty, whatever we need to be doing.
Anyone else? Okay.
I feel
Yes, Varuni ji.
I feel karma can also be something we experience based on our past life or past doings.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There are a few different points here. All are pointing in the same direction. Okay. So karma is action. Okay, any action. It's just how karma is happening. It's just happening. Somebody is doing it. Nothing like that. Everything is just happening, and it's just an action. It's just a momentum that is driving the entire world. Without karma, there is no world. Without karma, there is no body. Okay, because of only karma only we have all this happening. Okay, it's just all happening. But the thing is, why does karma uh, why does some previous action affect me in the future? How does it happen is because I'm claiming that action. The problem is when you claim that action, that will continue. That is where the trap is. It's a trap. The thing is, you should not claim the action. Say, somebody does, say, say if I make a coffee making is happening. Okay, it is automatic. It is happening. I go after making the coffee, I go and claim that I made the coffee for another 10 people who came home. I made the coffee. That I made is what is the bondage. Action itself is never the bondage. The problem is I go and claim it. I identify with the action. I say I did that. That is where the karma, that is where the bondage comes. Otherwise, action is happening all by itself everywhere. Everything is just going on, moving on in a right momentum, in the right way. Everything is going normally. I go and claim it, then I collect the bondage. Then it comes back. And I will have to again go, again claim, again, this is a repetition. This keeps happening. So, for example, can anybody volunteer? So it'll be easy for me to explain with a person. I can, with an interaction, it will be easier for me to explain. Can anybody come up on video or volunteer for very simple questions? It's not going to be difficult. Okay. Yes, Lokeshji. So, do you make coffee, Lokeshji? You can keep unmute until we finish our discussion. Uh, do you make coffee or something, Lokeshji, tea or something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, coffee. Let's take coffee example. Okay. Can you explain the process of making coffee? Just a quick one. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just in a couple of lines, please.
Yeah, heat the milk and then add little coffee powder, sugar, and then mix it. Done.
And then done. So you put it in a mug and it's the coffee done. But the problem is who made this coffee? Okay, now I told that don't claim it. So don't get into the point that Pallavi told, don't claim it. I'm not claiming. Don't do that. Now be honest.
Usually it's
Who made the coffee?
I made the coffee.
You made the coffee. Can you make the coffee? Okay, everyone else, don't think that I'm getting hold of Lokesh ji and telling him all this. It applies for everyone. It applies for every one of us. Okay, I'm just taking one example here for my conversation reason. Yes, Lokesh ji. So who made the coffee? You said you made. Can you make the coffee? If you want to make the coffee, did you make the milk?
No.
Did you make the coffee powder? You can say, I have the grinding machine in I put the beans and all that. Okay. Did you make the beans?
No. Basically, when I say I made the coffee, I refer to preparation of coffee only.
Okay. I will come to that point. I will come to that point. Did you make the milk? You did not make the milk. Did you make the coffee powder? You did not. Did you make the sugar? You did not. Did you make the fuel, the electricity or gas, whichever way the stove is? Did you make it happen? No, you did not. All you did was you put everything and switched on the stove. And you go and tell that you did the coffee. Okay. Can you make the coffee now? No.
Not entirely. Yes. Yeah.
No. You cannot make the coffee. It's not possible. We saw how making the milk is cow is doing it or goat is doing it. You are not doing it. Okay. So you cannot make the coffee. But without you, can coffee happen?
Technically, it's possible somebody else can make it, but
this is Advaita. It's only you. This is Advaita.
Yeah.
Just you. Forget
Okay.
about the world. Just you. You cannot make the coffee. But without you, can the coffee happen?
No.
No. So you cannot make the coffee, but without you, coffee cannot happen. Are you understanding the difference? This is a slight thin line of difference between these two. This is the very important point to remove the identification from the role. This is very, very crucial. Okay. You cannot make the coffee. It's not only coffee. It applies to everything. Okay. Say this class, for example, I cannot teach, but without me, can this teaching happen here? Don't tell somebody else will teach somewhere. This is Advaita. I'm just talking about myself. When I'm talking about, it's the same way. Lokesh ji is sitting here. He's listening. Say if nobody was present here, whom will I teach to? Okay. The listening is happening through you. Okay. The coffee is happening through you, not by you. Coffee is not by you. You are not making it. But coffee is happening through you, through the hands, through the body, mind, and intellect. You need body, mind, intellect, everything to make the coffee happen. If there was no person standing, who will make the coffee? Nobody will make the coffee. Right? So coffee is happening. Definitely you are required. Are you not required? Or then you can say, if I'm not doing anything, is my role no use? No, no, no. You are required. But there is a wrong understanding. That is where is the problem this Arjuna is also facing. He cannot kill, but without him, they cannot be killed. He is not killing Drona, Bhishma, and other Kauravas. He is thinking, I am killing everyone. No, Krishna is telling, you are not killing. But without you, they cannot be killed also. You cannot make coffee. Are you able to understand the thin line of difference? This is the change in thinking. You change this thinking and world will become a better place for you. Wherever you are. Don't tell that I'm in a better place already, Pallavi. Then you will not come to a spiritual session. Everybody will go through trouble in life in any point in their life. Definitely it is going to happen. Okay, it is not that, okay, for a few years I was so happy, I was holidaying, enjoying. At some point, everybody goes through turmoils. Everybody goes through turbulences. There is one thing called Yuddha Kale Shastrabhyasa you can't do. When there is a turmoil, you can't start acting, you can't start using the weapons and start using the things. You should have practiced using the weapons when you are calm. When you are not in trouble, when nothing is going wrong, when your life is running perfectly, beautifully, nicely, just sitting in front of the computer, happily, you acquire the knowledge, train yourself, train your mind such that when the trouble comes, you know what to do. You will be ready to act in the world. Did you get it? So now there is a thin line of difference here. Coffee making is no, oh, the time ran out. Okay. The coffee making is not happening by you or because of you. But without you, coffee cannot be made. So it is happening through you. This is the change in thinking that we should do. It's not only for coffee, it's for everything in the world. Cooking is not happening because of me. It is happening through me. Without me, there is no cooking. It cannot happen. The computer programming is not happening because of me. It is happening through me. So when I say through, what is happening? Consider yourself as a flute. Okay, you are an instrument of Krishna. Consider yourself as an instrument of Krishna. Consider yourself as a flute. Krishna's instrument is flute, right? So The flute, if it is loaded with all the holes are, if it is filled, what sound will come? Nothing will come. If there are so many hiccups, so many hurdles, Krishna cannot play the flute, right? God cannot pass through, right? But even, is the flute making sound? Okay, let's do this. Is the flute making the sound? No, but sound is happening through flute. But without flute, can a sound happen? Can the music happen? No. Are you able to get it? The music cannot happen by flute, but it cannot happen without flute. It's happening through the flute. Did you get it? So holding on to any action, claiming any action is what is the trouble. That is when the karma phala comes. Karma is always associated with karma phala. Okay. Karma phala, it can be good or bad. Something bad can happen to us, something good can. Why is good or bad is happening to us? In the past, somewhere I have claimed on to something which I have done. Why am I claiming? I'm thinking that I am doing it. Are you even able to do anything? No, you cannot do anything. It is happening through you. Just accept it. Whatever is happening, let it happen. Accept it completely and move on. And it will work in your favor then. Later on, when you accept it and move on, it will work in your favor. Whenever you don't accept something, if you revolt something, I don't want this to happen, then the force will become bigger and the same thing will keep coming to you again and again because you're revolting it. Because you're stopping it from happening. You're not liking something. Okay, you're not liking something and you're stopping it. It will come more and more. Even if you don't want, it will come and hug you. Because you're trying to stop it. When you don't try to stop it, and when you accept it, the power that the force that is against, it will lose power. Once it loses power, it cannot act against you. It will lose its power. You will become powerful because you're accepting it. You're okay with it. After some time, it will die also. You're just okay with the situation and it will not come back again also. And because you have accepted, that is the dharma you have followed. It will be all the karma phala, the fruits will be good, will be in your favor. So there are four, karma is generally categorized into four categories. We don't really talk too much about karma. Okay. But why don't we talk? We are already facing it. So we don't really need to talk about karma, but we'll have some basic knowledge about karma. So we learn how to act in the world properly, how to do karma yoga properly, how to learn what is karma yoga. So what is karma? What are these categories of karma is?
Ma'am, one question.
Huh.
So, yeah, so going to the concept of, it is happening through us. And also based on some examples that you've given in the past, I get a feeling like, it should be like I am different from the body, correct? Is it
Tell the complete thing, then I will say.
Okay,
What
so
is it?
so the thing is, whatever is so I am separate from the body, correct? I'm getting that sort of a thinking actually. So basically, I am different from the body. I'm using the body only to perform certain actions. So that is the kind of understanding I'm getting. So if that is what it is, and yeah, for example, you gave the example of a flute as well. So our body is similar to the flute. Things are happening, and I should be just using my body like a flute, actually. Correct. So that is the thin line or whatever, that is what I'm getting a sense of, that is the sort of thinking we should be going under. So if that is there, so then there is a thinking that happens before the body performs anything, right? Who is doing that thinking? That thinking, is it done by the body or it is done by me?
Okay. All right. We've got 4 minutes. Whenever it gets cut, please wait for 9 minutes and then we will rejoin again. I will just start with the explanation for whatever Lokesh ji has asked. See, don't think that you are not the body. See, you are not the body doesn't mean you are separate from body or anything like that. Everything, if you are separate from the body, how are you able to even talk through the body? It's not like that. What
Okay.
we are trying to say is you are not separate from anything. Okay, in the body level, say when we see the world in the level of the, we are able to see the form. Say now you are able to see my Pallavi here. This is of some form. If you are able to see Bhuvanaji, Radhaji, or Varuniji, or Raviji, you will be able to see a form. Say you you see a tree outside the window, you see a form. You basically, whatever intellect does, it gives a name and form to each and every material or object in the world. It gives a name and a form, name and form. Everything that we are used to seeing the world is name and form. It immediately jumps and divides name and form. It sees somebody, it sees a name and a form. So what we are trying to get to here is everything is same. You are not separate from everything. You are not separate from the world. You are in the world, acting in the world. You have been given this body. But the problem is you are getting confused that I am body. Wherever you are doing, wherever you perform things, you're getting confused, identified with the body. Say somebody, now because I'm taking Lokesh ji's example, don't consider so he's not the scapegoat here. Everybody is going through the same thing. Everybody in the world, not only people here, everybody in the world. Some people are wise enough to attend spiritual sessions to learn from it and move on. All right. So it's only 1 minute and 47 seconds. All right. So when you say, consider yourself as say you're driving a car. Okay, you're driving a car. The problem is when something happens to the body, something, if it gets old, oh, it's happening to me. If there is some disease, oh, it's happening to me. Suddenly, tomorrow doctor comes up with a report and says you have cancer. Oh, I got cancer. No, nothing is happening to you. You are confusing yourself with the body. You are having the body perform through the body the best thing. So perform through the body. You're confusing yourself with the body, confusing yourself with the mind, confusing yourself with the intellect. Say if I come up with a great idea and there are 100 people who are being challenged for a nice idea, and I suddenly get a eureka moment, I get a nice idea and I tell, hey, I got it the first. Okay. And I'm confusing myself with the intellect. I'm using the intellect to get a great idea, but I want the pride. I want the position. I want the recognition. So I'm confusing myself to the intellect and tell that I got the great idea. And so that I get recognition. And with that, the pride happens. Okay, so less than a minute. I think we all can log out and then log in back. Please come after 9 minutes. Sorry about this. So we were telling how it's not that you are separate from the body. See, you are consider the ocean. Okay, ocean is Vishnu. Vishvam Vishnur Vashatkaro, we say in the Vishnu Sahasranama. So ocean is the Vishnu, Virat Swarupa of Bhagwan. Okay, the water. What is ocean made up of? The water. Water is the basic element which is made up, which is the Paramatma, which is everything, which is the Parabrahman. And individual waves come up. Is wave different from a water? Can we separate a wave from a water? No, even wave is made up of water only. We are all little waves taking an identity. See, wave, what will one wave have its identity? Tell me. It will come for a moment how much ever its course of, how much ever the wind is, the wave will push and push and it will die off. That is what is happening with you and me. Okay, I came up, and whatever my lifespan is, I'll be pushed through the different situation, different kind of wind and different kind of troubles or peace or everything will happen in a life, and it will die off one day. Okay, and am I that wave? It's the body that's being projected through the water. I am the water. You are the water. Okay. Water is never separate from me. You need not imagine now, because we are attending all the Bhagavad Gita classes. You should not imagine yourself as a separate Atman standing in a big poster, and start imagining yourself as a little, body, mind, and don't imagine all that. You are Atman when I say. Be a witness. Don't imagine body to be separate entity from you, or don't imagine all that. Do no imagination. It is as you are. Just that when you say, don't get attached to the situation. When how can you remove attachment from the situation? Now Arjuna, because he is attached to his kith and kin, his relatives, his everyone, he is not able to perform in the battlefield. This is so simple. Okay, all that Krishna is telling is remove the attachment. How do you remove the attachment? Remove the identification. The easiest way which we took the thing is coffee example. Coffee is not the only thing is wrong thinking, which Arjuna, you and me we are doing is the very slight change in thinking. That is all we need to do. I think I am making the coffee. I am not making the coffee, but coffee is happening through me. Without me, coffee cannot happen. Without Arjuna, battle cannot be fought. Without you, car cannot be driven. Okay, so who Lavanya ji and I think Shravanti ji, Lavanya ji, and Ravi ji joined just. I was just telling in our continuation to previous topic that don't imagine yourself to be separate from body, or I am seeing the body is doing all these actions, body is eating. Don't imagine all that. No imagination. When I say you are Atma, you are, you witness it. Don't imagine body is doing something and all that. Basically, consider the example of ocean, water, wave. Okay, water and a wave. Okay, is water separate from wave, or is wave separate from water? Wave is water. Okay, wave is water. Only problem is wave is thinking that I am a tiny wave. The wind is pushing me. Oh, big wind came, storm came, and I'll die now. Wave is thinking all this. It sees a very big wave and it imagines I am so small. I don't have anything. Or it sees a smaller wave, much smaller wave than it, and it thinks very proud that, oh, I am a bigger wave. That kind of things. All this claiming is happening because of the wave, which is not required. Wave is simply water. Like in the coffee example, like how we told, coffee, you are not making the coffee, but without you, coffee cannot happen. So how is coffee happening? So coffee is happening through you. It's only the little slight change in thinking we should do. You are not making things happen in the world. That we'll see in detail what Krishna is telling. Krishna says, we'll go shloka by shloka in this context. Krishna completely in detail tells who is doing everything. You are not doing anything, Arjuna. Prakrute kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha. Ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. He says in the chapter later on, I was anyways about to come to that, what Lokeshji earlier asked. Prakriti is doing everything, Arjuna. You are not doing anything. The only problem with Arjuna is thinking wrongly that he is doing everything. I am not able to do anything. Prakrute kriyamanani. Prakriti is doing everything. Prakriti is Shakti. Okay. Shakti is doing everything. The only problem is the ego. Ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. Only the problem is ego comes up and claims the action and says that I did it. And if the action is super good and very big service in the world, you get for any action that you claim, you get karma pala, either good pala or bad karma pala, bad results. What happens if you do lots and lots of service in the world and tell that I did it? You get good pala. You will be put in Swarga. You will be happy, like you are in UK, Germany, or very nice places. No, all nice environment. You will live in a palace, or you will have good life and all that. Again, you will be claiming. Oh, I live in a palace. Oh, I am a king. Oh, I am a queen. You keep claiming. Again, the whole thing, and this is stored in subconscious mind as impressions. All this claiming, no, it's all stored in the subconscious mind as impressions. All these impressions are called vasanas. So all these vasanas, it will be stored. Again, at some point later, it will come up again as and show it up. Okay. Basically, drop the doership. Don't claim it. Don't get identified yourself with a role or an action. Because Krishna is telling you are not doing anything. Prakriti is doing everything. But without you, can that happen? No, it is not possible. Say, for example, please can anyone come up for a volunteering for just for the discussion sake? I'm not targeting anyone here. I mean, if I have another person, I will get an answer and we can easily relate easily how this goes on. Anybody, Lokesh ji, if you want to volunteer, it would be helpful. Or if anybody else wants to come up, you can also come up. I don't have particular. Anybody can come up. I was not targeting Lokesh ji. Nobody wants to come up. Okay.
I don't mind coming up again.
Yeah, no problem.
But if there is somebody else who wants to come up, that's fine.
Yeah. If nobody is coming, you can talk. No problem. If you can come up on
Yeah.
video, sorry. It'll be more interactive. Don't worry, I'll not put it on YouTube. If you are all worried about YouTube, I'll not put it on YouTube. Learning is more important, not YouTube. All right. So if you can come up on video, Lokesh ji. So, do you dream, Lokesh ji? Do you get dreams?
Yeah, sometimes.
You get dreams. You have got dream at least once?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, very good. So if you get dream, it's very easy to understand. That's why I'm telling. I know a person who has never got dream in her life. It's very difficult to explain things for such people. All right.
Okay.
So very good that you got a dream and you're able to understand what. So you're sleeping and you get a dream. You went to Paris. You are sitting in front of the Eiffel Tower. In the dream, you went to Paris. You are sitting in front of the Eiffel Tower. There is a coffee shop. You sit in the coffee shop. You take a mug of coffee and you are sipping the coffee. Are you doing anything? Are you even drinking the coffee?
Yeah. I'm sipping, right? So I'm drinking the.
You are drinking the coffee.
Realistically, not. Yeah, but in the dream, yes.
Are you drinking the coffee? No, you are not. But without you, is the dream possible?
No.
No, it is not possible. So without you, it's not possible. But you are not making it happen. Did you get the water in the ocean? Water in the wave example? So you are simply witnessing. This is all I wanted to say.
Okay.
So over here, Arjuna asks Krishna, if I am Atma, I don't have to do anything. So why should I even do work? So this we can say it as, in Gnana Marga, Krishna says there are two disciplines or two lifestyles which a person needs to follow. One is Gnana Marga, and another Gnana Yoga, other is Karma Yoga. Which is better, which is not better, which is good? There is no choice. Okay, we can't just say, oh, I will follow Gnana Yoga and I know that I am Brahman, I am God, so I will not do anything. Everybody should serve me. That is not happening. That is not possible. There should be a balance between Gnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. Gnana Yoga, why do we need Gnana Yoga? With Gnana Yoga, I get the clarity on what is correct and what is not correct, right thinking. I get the clarity. But with Karma Yoga, what happens? With Karma Yoga, I purify myself. Chitta Shuddhi happens. Okay, the Chitta Shuddhi happens through Karma Yoga. What is meant by Karma Yoga? Now we'll understood what is karma. Then what is Karma Yoga? Karma Yoga means meditative action. The same action, I do it in a meditative way. You don't have to go and do something different. The same action, the same office work, same cooking, same knitting, same painting, same drawing, same writing, same speaking, same running, same singing, same dancing. If you do it in a meditative way, if you do it in a bhava of service to the God, service to Bhagwan. If you offer it to Bhagwan, then that becomes Karma Yoga. Same action, if you do it for the by offering it to God, it becomes Karma Yoga. This is what Krishna says. How does it happen? It happens through full involvement in whatever action you are doing. Okay, a Karma Yogi is always fully involved. There is not even a slightest of doubt that should I do this or should I not do this? Will I win this or will I not win this? Will I be able to achieve the goal or not? There is no slightest doubt for a Karma Yogi. Is completely involved in the action. Even if you're doing a work in a computer, you're completely involved in whatever you're doing. Say I'm working for a company. How can I be a Karma Yogi? You are working for the betterment of the company. And because of that, many people are fed. Many good things happen in the world. Many businesses flourish. And because of this, the whole creation process is improving. When you're a Karma Yogi, you're supporting the creative process in the universe to happen. You're supporting it. So any action, if you convert it into just a slight change in attitude, that is all is needed. Same work you do. Don't do it with a burden. Don't do it with a stress that should I do it? Oh, how will I do it? Let me do after 10 minutes. Then that's not Karma Yoga. Don't do it with any stress. Karma Yogi is always happy about doing stuff. Karma Yogi is always feel the enthusiastic in doing things. So, and Krishna says, there is no choice. Just because you have a gnana that you are Brahman, the world is Maya and all that, doesn't mean you should stop. You should not do inaction. You should do both Karma Yoga and Gnana Yoga. But there is a, depending on where you stand, say for a Grihastha or a Grihini, the Karma Yoga is more focused. Say 70% Karma Yoga they will have to do, 30% Gnana Yoga. For a monk, will do 60-70% Gnana Yoga. Even the monk will have to do Karma Yoga. Even the monk will have to go and beg for food. Do some basic Karma Yoga for himself or herself. Even a monk cannot run from Karma Yoga. Okay. Why Karma Yoga we should do? Say, now we discussed that I am Brahman. Okay, I know I am Brahman. Can I sit quiet? After 2 days, my mind will keep thinking, I am Brahman, but I should go and do. I should send my son to school. I should keep track of this. I should see the stocks and shares. Oh, what happened to the that money where I invested? What happened to this tax? My mind keeps on doing this constantly. Oh, what happened to the politics if somebody is interested in politics? Or what happened to the election results? Or what happened to the war? What is happening? The mind is constantly thinking. It doesn't stop. Just because with Gnana, if I get to know that I am Brahman, mind doesn't stop. Mind keeps on chattering. Because I will come to ask your question, Raviji. I'll just finish this. Because mind keeps chattering, to pacify the mind, because mind wants to do something constantly. So it will do, if you control everything, it will subside for that moment. Okay, that day, okay, I will control all my desires. I'll control all my wants and everything. Tomorrow it will be building inside. Okay, it will be building inside me very strongly, and tomorrow it will burst out like a very big this thing. It's like a spring. If you suppress it, it will come back in even with a bigger force. So we should not suppress or anything. We do the karma yoga. Krishna was a family man. Krishna was a thorough karma yogi. Krishna supports karma yoga in the Bhagavad Gita. Whole through Bhagavad Gita, Krishna supports karma yoga. Krishna doesn't tell Arjuna. Arjuna wants to go and run away and sit in the forest and do meditation. Krishna says 2 days after meditating in the forest, you will be thinking, oh, what happened to Hastinapur? What happened to Indraprastha? What happened to Draupadi? What happened to Duryodhana? His mind will keep on chattering. Arjuna cannot sit in the forest like that. What happened to my people? I should help the people. He's a king. A king cannot do that. He should act in the world. So there are two things. One is Gnana. With Gnana, I get the clarity. And with Karma Yoga, I do the action in the world. There are two things. So we will, Krishna goes, a complete Karma Yoga is fully action in the world. Like I said, Krishna was a family person. Okay. He not married one person, he married many, he had many wives, many children. Okay. He was a thorough Karma Yogi. He was into full action. He never told, I am Bhagwan, I am Paramatma, I am Avatara Purusha, come and fall at my feet. He never told that to anyone. He went and, once Yudhishthira was doing a yagna where they had to wash feet of some rishis and all that. Do you know who poured water to wash the feet? Krishna poured water. Krishna never told, I am Paramatma for washing the feet and all, I will not put water in, nothing like that. Krishna was as much as a karma yogi. He was doing everything perfectly. Because Arjuna choose him to be a charity, Krishna never told, I will not be. What is a charity? He's a driver, basically, right? He was a king. Krishna is a king as well in Dwarka. And he's Paramatma. Don't forget this. He is a charity. He's a driver for Arjuna. So that is not easy. It's not easy to become a driver. And he knows to fight. Krishna has all the Astra, Shastra, everything. He knows to fight. He refrained from fighting and he's become a driver, charity, basically. And he never told Arjuna that, oh, don't treat me like this, Arjuna, and all that. Whatever Arjuna told, Krishna did as a charity. Early morning. So horse, horse is a very peculiar animal where somebody can't just go and start riding horse. That's not possible. One needs to get connected to the horse to build a relationship with the horse to ride the horse. Okay, it's not easy. It's a very sensitive animal. So to ride a chariot, Krishna needs to build a connection between the horses in the chariot. So he used to wash the horse, he used to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning and wash the horse, clean the dung, do all that for the horse. Now he's able to build a connection with, now he's able to do the chariot properly, become a charioteer properly. Krishna never ran away from the world. He was thoroughly in the world, he was a complete karma yogi. He never went and sat on top of the mountain, all of you come and fall at my feet. No, he never told that. Never did he ever tell that. He was a complete karma yogi, and Krishna suggests, advises, and orders in Bhagavad Gita, tells us that one should be a karma yogi. Yes, Raviji. Did you raise your hand?
So, yeah. So this was regarding what we spoke just before we joined in this new call. So we were talking about claiming. So when you gave the coffee example, you mentioned that we don't need to claim that we are making the coffee. But how do we bring this into our practical lives, in our day-to-day lives? Because at many occasions we have to claim what we do or what we did. For example, now in India there is elections going on, and every politician has to go about telling what they did and claiming what all they did, what all they also didn't do. They have to claim that they did. So how do we apply this knowledge in our practical day-to-day life?
Yes. So I will give you even more example. Are you a politician? No, right? Running campaign on. No, right? Okay.
Not
I'll
yet.
give you an even more easier example. Are you into IT?
Yes.
Perfect. That's my example. Because even I'm into IT. Now
Okay.
it is April. I just last month I filled my appraisal form and appraisal and everything. I will have
Yes.
to tell that I did the work last year. Otherwise, my manager will not give me appraisal. I cannot tell my hands did the work, my body did the work, my mind did the work. I am Atma. I did nothing. I cannot tell that. I will have to tell that in the office when I tell my manager, when I talk to my manager, I will tell, Scott, I did this work. I'm not going to tell that, my body did this. So when I am interacting in the world, that is a very good question, Raviji. Very good. Very valid question for this context. That when I am interacting in the world, for you, this Gnana Yoga is clarity. This is what we are talking. Gnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. Gnana Yoga for your inner clarity. With Gnana, you know that you are Brahman. No doubt. 100% no doubt. You are Brahman. Okay. You have been projected with the body, mind, and intellect, whichever you have. Okay. Whatever the body, mind, and intellect you have, you are projected with that. Make use of it fully with the clarity that you are Brahman. That is Gnana Yoga. One more thing is, now it is the Karma Yoga part. There are two things. What is Gnana Yoga? It is the pure science. It is the knowledge about Brahman, knowledge about yourself, knowledge about Atma and all that. Knowledge you are acquiring internally. But to be in the world, to transact in the world, to interact with the world, everybody doesn't know this. Now, thankfully, I am in this class. I'm able to understand that I am Brahman. But everybody, forget about everybody. Even maybe people in my family don't know this. You could be attending. The people in your family will never be able to understand how I am Brahman. They will ask. They will all think that I am body and they will be claiming everything. Even with the people in your family, forget about the world. You will not be able to do that. So, what Krishna is telling is, do Karma Yoga. This is what Krishna is telling. That is the right question that you asked for Karma Yoga. What you should do is do Karma Yoga. Do it thoroughly. When whatever work you are doing, you could be working in office, kitchen, wherever, doing the chores. Okay. Be a complete Karma Yogi. Yes, for certain things like how you told for politicians or any that kind of context, you will have to project things which you have already done so that because you need to sell yourself. Otherwise, world doesn't accept. That is totally acceptable. But internally, you are sure that you are Brahman. For anything that you do, say for example, you ask yourself, what is this desire for? Who am I? Why is this happening? What is this desire for? Who is talking? Okay. Ask yourself the question. That is internal. That is your internal gnana. With this gnana, now you have the clarity, you become a karma yogi. Krishna was a complete karma yogi and he is telling Arjuna to be a karma yogi. How? We will see now. I will just share. Is that okay, Raviji?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I will just share this. We will see shloka by shloka how what Krishna wants to say. So in Karma Yoga, so first few shlokas, Krishna elaborates on the differences between Gnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. Now Arjuna is confused. Oh, Gnana Yoga, I am Brahman. Do I not to do anything in the world? No, Krishna says inaction. Some people, because they know that I know them, I know certain people, I personally know people who, after knowing that I am Brahman, they are keeping quiet. They are not doing anything because they know that they are Brahman and they think they have become Gnanis. Because they have become Gnanis, now no action in the world. Oh, I should do nothing. No, that is not what Krishna is telling. Krishna is clearly telling, it's not moving. Okay. Krishna is clearly telling inaction. Inaction itself is not helping. So if it is inaction, it's called now the three types of karma yoga, which three types of actions which Krishna is telling, which is satvika action, rajasika action, and tamasika action. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's here. Sorry. So what is happening in tamasika action? Tamasika action is inaction. Inaction belongs to the category of tamasika action. It's neither useful for yourself nor it is useful for others. It's basically harming yourself and harming others as well. So there are certain actions which is unfortunately people in the world out there are doing. Why they are doing? That is what their karma is. And we should very importantly, I forgot to tell one very important point. Karma is specific to you. The same way dharma is also specific to you. Is specific for time and place. For this time and this place, this is what is the dharma. Will it change tomorrow? It might change. Say for example, simple example, COVID. In 2000 Y2K, when it was Y2K, if I was wearing a mask and going out in a supermarket, people would hold me and tell I am a terrorist or whatever maybe. Okay. Now after 20 years when COVID happened, if I don't wear the mask, that is when people will catch me. If I don't wear the mask, that is a trouble. So 20 years ago, if I wear a mask, it's a problem. Same place. Now, if I don't wear a mask, it's a trouble. So what is dharma? Which is correct? So dharma depends on time and place. It changes from place to place. In UK, it's a right hand drive. If I go to US, it is a left hand drive. So what is correct? It's not this is correct or that is correct. It depends on the place. So dharma changes from time and place and the person. Whatever is dharma for you could be different for me. Whatever is dharma for me could be different for someone else. So dharma changes from time, place, and person. Okay. In the same way, karma, whatever is your karma is different for others. So we should not compare. Oh, I am going through all difficulties in life. All the troubles are coming to me, but my neighbor is all happy, partying, enjoying, holidaying. Now, my neighbor is having all beautiful life. My life is always in trouble. Then you are inviting more trouble to you. Accept whatever is coming to you. That is what you are born for. That is what this body, mind, intellect is for, is meant to happen for. That is what this body, mind, intellect is for. Accept it and see the whole world changes for you. That is what you should face. Accept it and do it with the right attitude. If you don't accept it, you are revolting it. It will multiply, it will come in a bigger fold. Instead, accept it, change the attitude. Happily do it. Don't do things like a karma roga. Oh, Monday morning, should I even go to office? Should I wake up? Sunday was so nice. Can I not have one more Sunday? No. Be happy, be enthusiastic. Allow the God's energy, Shakti to flow through you full on, full, happy, enthusiastically. Be happy to do things. Okay, that is Karma Yoga. Krishna was always enthusiastic. The person who was depressed in the battlefield, he made him enthusiastic. After listening to Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna got all the strength to fight the same war, which he was not ready to just half an hour ago. In half an hour, his mind changed. Okay, so over here, Krishna is telling tamasika action, inaction. I should not do inaction. I should do complete action. Inaction is also wrong action. Okay, inaction is not I'm good. No, inaction is a wrong action and it is a tamasika action. And there are certain other actions also which are tamasika, which is not good to others as well, not only yourself. Rajasika action, no, trying to gain power. Not that it is wrong or nothing. Okay, nothing is wrong or right here. Again, nothing is wrong or right. That is how the world is. Why tamasika people are there? That is without them, world will not function. Everything will not be all sattvic. That's never possible. Never ever in timeline will there be only sattvika quality people in the world. No, it will all be a mixture only. Everywhere it will be a mixture. You can't be awake 24/7. Okay, you will have to be awake, fully active, and then after 12 noon, the energy will be very high because sun is also high and all. You will be fully energetic. And then in the evening, you fall down asleep. That is tamasika. Early morning, for in a day, I'm telling in 24 hours, First 8 hours will be calm, quiet, nice, beautiful, early morning. And then when it is noon, you are fully active, doing lots of work, fully energetic, doing more productive work. And towards the after 6 or 7 o'clock, it will calm down, mind will calm down, it becomes tamasika. In you, just as one person, in one day, you go through all this. Satvika period, Rajasika period, and Tamasika period. So world is made up of three gunas: Satvika, Rajasika, Tamasika. There will not be just one all the time. No, that is not. There will not be only Tamasika happening. No. Oh, there is war everywhere. No, there are good things everywhere as well. It is equally balanced. There is good things. There is Satvika. There is Rajasika. There is Tamasika. Okay, now Krishna is telling, sorry, one more thing Krishna is telling. Rajasika, there are Rajasika type of actions happening. Should I do Rajasika actions? What is Rajasika actions? Which could be beneficial for me. Oh, I will sell all these things. It will benefit me. I will, cheat and sell certain things, which will be beneficial for me. But it is cheating others. It is not, I don't care about others. Let them pay a lot. What for me? Now that is Rajasika. It is benefiting yourself, but it is not benefiting the world. So that is Rajasika action, which Krishna is completely condemning. He is telling to move on towards the Satvika actions where it is beneficial not only to yourself, but it is beneficial to the world as well. But is being Satvika action giving me mukti or giving me, is it because I am Atma? No. Is that the end of thing? No. You should raise above all the three. So, Atma is above all the three. Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. All he says, you are above all the three. Atma is Triguna Tita. Means you are above Satvika action as well. Just because you are doing, yeah, of course, there is, when you are doing Satvika action, you are in a higher plane, no doubt. It's better, it's evolution, fantastic. But is that all? No, you should raise above that, which is above Satvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika. That is what Krishna is telling. And so the previous one, over here, we will take the example of Arjuna, the Matsya Yantra, which Arjuna had to shoot fish. Now this is not an easy task. We all might have heard this story, right? When Swayamvar, when he married Draupadi. So it's all told so easily. It's not an easy thing. It's a very difficult thing to do. The fish is moving in the ceiling, and he's not even seeing the fish and shooting it. He is seeing the reflection of the fish in the water and seeing, and he will have to shoot at the fish side. Is it that easy? No, it's very difficult. How skilled should be Arjuna to even get that? So that very karma yogi he was, means so very focused on what he is doing. He is not worried about whether he will win the tournament or not, win the Swayamvar or not. He is not worried about the goals. You should have goals. Don't be worried about the goals. Don't keep thinking, don't keep judging whether I will win or whether I will get, or don't do the story like after winning, what will I do with the results? Don't build up all that stories on. Have a goal, be focused on the goal. Don't build stories around the goal. After winning, I will do this. If I lose, I will do this. Or if I lose, such a shame for me in the world. Don't think about all that. Be focused on the goal. Just focus on the goal and keep doing your work. How you are doing the work, don't claim the action. How you are doing the work, be fully involved. Be thoroughly involved. Do it happily, enthusiastically. You're doing it for the benefit of the world. You're doing whatever work you're doing, even if you're making a simple, say you're cooking, for example, you're cooking. If you're just, Raviji, can you volunteer, please? So if you're cooking, if you're just yourself at home, what do you cook for? Just yourself. Something very simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
If there are some few of your friends you have invited, so what do? You try to do something better for them, isn't it? Something little more nice things, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is karma yoga. You want to do something better for them. Why? Because now again we should not bring in, oh, they will praise me, they will praise my skills and all that. Don't go into that direction. Just change the attitude. I'm not targeting you, Raviji, sorry. I'm just like taking an example.
No problem. No problem.
So don't think in the angle, the attitude that, oh, they're going to praise me, or they're going to tell I'm such a good cook, my dishes in my home are very good, and they will go and tell someone else, or I will put a photo in the Facebook or Instagram. Don't do all the same cooking. You do with the change in attitude that I am doing it for the God, divinity inside the guests who are coming. Okay.
Mm.
So do it with the change in attitude that you're doing it with for the God inside the relatives or friends whoever is coming. So then you're doing it as a service to God. Just a shift in attitude, the same job. Then you will do it like karma yoga. You will be fully involved. You are doing it for the feeding the God inside them. Then that becomes karma yoga. Same activity, say do the same every day. Say typing in the computer. You are doing it for benefit of something which will benefit the world. You see the larger picture of the little job you could be doing. See the larger picture. See that you are doing it for the entire world. See, you are doing it as the service for the world, service to the divinity, service for the God, service for the so, like we were telling, there are Pancha Mahayagnas. One is the first is the Rishi Yagna. A Maharishi, one Maharishi or one Rishi will take up a task of spreading knowledge to the world. It could be in any form. So it could be in teaching or it could be in any other form. So that if we are all involved in that process of the Maharishi, then we are all part of the Rishi Yagna. Even if we are only listening, even if I'm only listening to the teaching, then also I am part of that yagna. The yagna phala will come to me as well. Okay, that is Rishi Yagna. Basically, many Maharishis, Vyasa Maharishi and others, they have written many scriptures. All this scriptural knowledge, if it is spread through the world for the betterment of the world, for the in support of the creative process of the world, then that becomes Rishi Yagna. If I'm learning that, if I'm listening to that, then I become part of that Rishi Yagna as well. And there is something called Deva Yagna. Deva Yagna means, say, like in the, for example, in the fire sacrifice, people pour ghee or people put dry fruits or banana or something to offer to the Agni. And even while sacrificing the fire, maybe we don't understand the Sanskrit terms. They say, for example, Indraya Swaha, Idam na mama. They say, means Idam na mama, I am not doing it. This is not for me. This is not mine. Okay. Even while telling those Sanskrit shlokas, whoever has written it, they have written it that I am not doing it. The claiming, they're taking away the claiming. You're not doing it. I am not doing it. This is not for me. Okay. But it is happening through you. Without you, the yagna is not going to happen. So that is the case with Deva Yagna. And what other, sorry, sorry. Um, 1 second. Okay, if you are not able to do the Pallavi, I'm not able to do Deva Yagna. I am in some other country, or I don't have facilities to do Deva Yagna, or I'm not even um, being able to take part in the Deva Yagna. That's okay. At least don't spoil the Deva Yagna which is happening around the world. Okay, don't be don't become an instrument to spoil the Deva Yagna. At least let's not be get involved in certain things where because of you something is being spoiled, or because people cut trees, or People destroy the nature, or it could be any kind of destruction, any kind of things that could be stopping the evolutionary process in the universe. Anything that is stopping the creation is spoiling it. Then the yagna is being spoiled. So we should not involve in at least those kind of activities. Then there is called Pitru Yagna. Pitru Yagna is, for example, it's for the ancestors. Generally, it is considered as it is for the ancestors. See, today I am here sitting, from many generations, only because they were all there. They all had a certain flow of energy. I could be sitting here. Otherwise, it is not just possible. I could just be born like that. Okay. So all my ancestors have contributed for my being. In the same way, all your ancestors have contributed for your being, whatever you are, wherever you are, they have contributed. So we should show gratitude. Now, by Deva Yagna, we learned how we should show gratitude to the world, to the universe. With Pitru Yagna, we should show gratitude to the ancestors. How do we do it? So many people do Shraddh for their ancestors. What we can do is we can pay help the old age people, maybe that we can do something that is in your vicinity, or something that you are able to do, we can do it. And some people, what we see, what grandfather or grandmother used to do when we were young, they used to bring all the children and tell stories of Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and give knowledge to the little children. In the same way, we can serve little children, we can teach children, who could be your friends' children, your own children, or your relatives' children. Or see, now we have Zoom. We can conduct a Zoom sessions, just tell stories. By doing that, you're educating the next generation, you're empowering the next generation. With that also, you're doing the Pitru Yagna. That is also possible. I know many people, many ladies who have been housewives for many years, who have not been out, or not don't know the technology too much. They learn how to use the Zoom, how to use all these little internet stuff, and they are teaching, they're spreading the knowledge, they are able to teach the children. Okay, so many children are being benefited, and these people did not even know how to teach, they are learning. Okay, it's the learning process. So Krishna says, once you are born as a human, when you are born as a human, everybody should do Panchamahayagna. Everybody should do. There is no escaping from this. One or the other way, I should be doing the Panchamahayagna. And so next is one is Rishi Yagna, one is Deva Yagna. Next is Pitru Yagna, next is Manushya Yagna. So in Manushya Yagna, what do? Manushya Yagna, we do the Naranarayana Seva. We help the other human beings. And again, here, the change in attitude. It should not be like, say, for example, every year, every other year, alternate year, we see so many earthquakes happening, or tsunami happening, or flood happening, famine happening. All this, we see all this donation campaigns happening, and all this coming up. Then we send some amount of cash, money, to the so and so account, and we think that, yes, I have given the money to the people who are going through the crisis. Either it could be earthquake, flood, whatever. So over here also, there should be a shift in the attitude. It should not be like, oh, they are suffering, I am in a better place, so I am giving them. No, then that doesn't become karma yoga. That is not service to God. You are able to see the divinity within the other humans, and because you are able to see the divinity, you are supporting the divinity to flourish. That just give the same 10 pounds or 20 pounds or 100 pounds or whatever. Give the same thing, do the same job, but shift in the attitude makes it karma yoga. Otherwise, it is not karma yoga. So That is what Krishna says. That is Manushya Yagna. And as much as possible, it should not be like somewhere remotely I'm sitting and I sent some 20, 30 pounds or even 100 pounds. You can say, Pallavi, this time I did not even put my name. I put anonymous. No one knows that I gave 100 pounds. But you know, no. Your higher self know that you have given. And your higher self knows that you are claiming that I am giving 100 pounds. That I am giving is the problem. Giving is not the problem. Giving £1, £10, £1,000 is not the problem. The problem is you're claiming it. You're telling I gave £1. I gave only less. Last year I gave less. This year I gave more. Next year I might not have. I will give less. Oh, this organization I will give more. That I will give is the problem. Claiming onto it is the problem. I am giving is the problem. Giving is not the problem. I am giving is the problem. Identity, holding on to the identity, holding on to the role, claiming it, having the doership is the problem. All we need to do is just drop the doership. How does it happen? It doesn't happen all of a sudden. It needs to happen little by little. Like some time ago, Raviji asked, how does it happen? How does it make it? How do I make it happen in the world? Because I'm in the role, I'm in the world. I get confused. How does it happen? It happens. You try to shift the attitude in everything that you're doing. Be aware of the fact that with the gnana, with the clarity that,
मैं नीचे ही आ रही थी.
sorry, yes, Shravanti ji.
Sorry. I was on.
Okay, no problem. So,
Ma'am, I have one question anyways.
who is
One
it?
minute.
Yes, Lokesh ji.
So what should be the thinking there then? If I don't think, so see, sometimes what happens is, as you
Huh.
said, in your work or anywhere, we
Huh.
refer to that as, yeah, I did this particular
Yes.
project or this part
Yes.
of the project. So in the same context, we might be saying I did it, but still, what should be the thinking there? So we just did our karma. You're saying? Are you saying like that?
So what is happening to the thinking here? What is the thoughts that is going here? There is not a, when you're doing the work, this claiming that is happening, no, this claiming I did it is happening not while you're doing it. Say, when
No,
I'm
there
doing,
are two aspects there actually.
huh,
One is you feel, yes, I did it, and you feel proud about it, or you might be feeling there is a feeling attached to it when you say that. And there is something like without anything, you still say, yeah, I did it. Or you might say, by God willing, yes, I was able to do it, or something. So you're still not getting attached to it. But yeah, as a statement, you might just be saying, yes, I did it. But when you, yeah, I get that point. Claiming that, yes, I did it, and feeling proud about it, or feeling like overpowered, or whatever it could be. But yeah, there shouldn't be any feeling attached to it, right? So what is that feeling there? Like, so should we be just saying, yeah, it was a situation, and yeah, I'm glad that I was able to. I'm not even glad. Like, I mean, I just did my duty there, probably.
Okay. So there is two parts to this. One is this I did it. I'll tell you when it happens. When you are doing, it's not anything, everything, okay? When you are actually doing it, I is not present at all actually. After you finish doing, that I comes up, that is the ego I, that is the little I. It comes up, it is a false I, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, it's a shadow, okay? It doesn't exist. It comes up and claims it. It was not existing all the while when you were doing the work. It was not existing, and it was so quick that you couldn't recognize that I wasn't present in those times. That's why I take the example of painting, because painting is, you feel that you forget yourself. That is at that moment, it's easier to recognize while you're painting or knitting or doing that kind of things. It's easier to recognize that little I, ego is not present at all. After finishing the painting, when you're showing it to someone or putting it on Instagram, then then the I comes up and tells, I did it well. That I comes actually in the end. It is not present while you're doing the job. So it is already not present in while you're doing the job. It comes in the end. The other jobs, say for example, sending the money. Just let's take this example. Orissa, there is flood. In Orissa, there is flood, and I'm very depressed. I'm feeling sad for all the people who are dying and all that. I want to send some money. I want to send some 50 pounds. I quickly take the card number and all that. I immediately click on the link and send. While I am doing it, so quick, okay? While I am doing it, the I is not present. After doing it, the I comes and claims. That is what is not readed, I'm telling. This is one part of the story. It is only happening afterwards. I is not present in the present moment. In the present moment, while I am talking or while you are talking, I cannot stay in the present moment. It doesn't, it cannot face the higher self. The little I cannot face the higher self, which is Paramatma. It cannot face it. Paramatma is in the present moment. Little I will never face the Paramatma. It doesn't have the strength. It will have to hold on to the past or on to the future to get the strength and claim that I'm doing it. I'll be a king or queen. I will be like that. It doesn't have a strength on by itself to be in the present moment. It's so quick. It's so quick that it moves in a jiffy that slowly when you start practicing this shift in attitude, one is shift in attitude. One is stop claiming things. If we keep practicing this for some time, you will be able to see that I is raising within I is raising. You will be able to observe that as well. I'm able to observe. That's why I'm telling. It only comes in the end. It is not present while the process is happening. Okay, that is one thing. And sorry, what was the question? I forgot the question now. Lokeshji, oh, sorry, what was the question?
Question was, how should one feel? Okay, let me put it in simple terms. How should one feel then? Okay, when they, the question was actually, though, okay, yes, in simple terms, how should one feel then after doing it? For example, take the example of charity itself.
Charity.
So how should one feel?
You're already, see, underneath deep feeling is already that you want to help. Help whom? You don't want to help the downtrodden people. Then what happens? If you think that you are helping the people who are in trouble, suffering, that means there is an I within myself telling that I am big, they are small. Like I am a big wave, they are the small wave. I am helping them. Is that even possible? Everybody is water. Everybody has Bhagwan in them. So I'm not helping because I am standing high and they are standing low. That should not be the case. Instead, I am helping to support the divinity within other human. Just a change in attitude. Now, by these discussions, say after these sessions, every time you do something, a thought will strike in you. Your intellect will not let you do things unconsciously just like that. You will start seeing divinity in others after these sessions. Because of these kind of discussions, your intellect will not allow you to do things which we were doing earlier unconsciously. Now you will start doing things consciously as a karma yogi. Now you will start seeing divinity. You knew that there is God in everything and all that, but it was all unconscious. Now you will start doing everything consciously, little by little. In certain things you will miss. Again, next day, say today you did for 10 tasks, tomorrow you will do for another 100 tasks, and slowly it will become a sahaja. Like every task you will be doing because you are able to see divinity within others, divinity within everything. Not because they are high or they are small. Everything is same. Everything is the same divinity. It's like in Ganga, for example, in river when people go to river, they take they give argya. They say They say they take the water and show it to the sun and they pour the water into the same river. What are they doing there? They take the same water and put it in the same river. The same thing, same Bhagwan who is trying to help the same Bhagwan, which is projected in another human being. Did we get it? This shift in attitude is what is needed. How do we do it? Shift in attitude. Only possible thing is shift in attitude. That is all Krishna is telling. Change the attitude to a karma yogi. Oh, I lost the material. All right. Does that help that explanation? Because
Yes,
if
ma'am.
it doesn't help, no. Why? Because if I am not able to explain it properly, I can ask Guruji and come and explain it properly. That's why I'm asking.
No, I think I got the answer. So basically, it's like everything is by the act of God, you can say. You know,
Ah,
basically everything
act
is
of
happening because of him, and my, as you said earlier, so I'm able to help. That's happening through me. That's it,
it
right?
is happening through you.
Exactly,
Why
through
should
me.
you
So,
even claim?
so, and even if I'm thinking, so the thought came there
Okay,
for me to help them,
the
right?
thinking I'll come.
Yeah,
You are already being compassionate. That is why you are giving the money. So
yeah. So,
if you are not compassionate, you will not even give your money. This is my money. I will keep it with me. Even if it is 10 pounds or 20 pounds, I will keep it. Why should I give it to someone else? Because you are being compassionate, you are giving it. Anyway, you
hmm.
are giving it. Shift in attitude. And it becomes karma yoga.
No, even if I'm thinking,
Hmm.
so that's where I was coming. So
Ah,
basically, when the thought came to me saying that I should help them.
hmm.
So, so that thinking is also coming through God only. So maybe,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
You
right. So
cannot
it's
think.
yeah, so it's through God. So it's all happening through me.
Yes.
The thinking is coming from somewhere.
Yes.
So the happening is also happening. So it's
Yes.
all just process.
You
So
just got it. You
I'm
just
not,
got it.
I'm just watching.
That's it. That perfect. That's all. It sums up entire Bhagavad Gita. You got the entire Bhagavad Gita. You don't have you don't need anything else. That is all. This is
So,
all Krishna is telling. You are
okay.
not doing anything.
So, there is one more. I had another question. Maybe I don't know if I'm deviating here,
Yeah, it's
but
okay,
it
no
is
problem.
connected to the same topic that you were saying. So this is this is a system where yeah. So you're spreading the word of, or you're spreading this method of thinking actually.
Ah,
So we, and again in the country or in the society in this on a thing, we see a lot of people who are not following this. So we
hmm,
come across different types of people.
hmm.
So you see, for example, it is easier when the other person is also
Ah, hmm,
knowledgeable about karma
ah,
yoga and all
ah,
this, and he is also following.
ah,
So
ah,
there is a match. Okay. Now there is a
ah,
mismatch there. So the
ah,
other person is completely not aware.
That's what I told. Even your
So
family members would not know whom you should live
so
with
yeah.
all the time.
So
Ah,
they are following not according to the books. We
ah,
can say not according to Gita.
ah,
Okay. So the
ah.
other person or other group of people are performing like that. So now
Yes.
my for me, that is how should I accept it? Is it it's all happening through God, should I say?
Hmm.
Or what is it? So, or I have to actually go and correct or maybe God has to allow me to be able to correct them.
Huh.
So,
So,
it's a bit
yeah. I got
complicated
the
there.
point. I got the point.
Yeah.
See, first thing you cannot correct. Nothing, you
Hmm.
can't change the world. Buddha came. Did the world change? Buddha, Gautama Buddha came. Did the world change? Everything is like that only. There's still war. Krishna came. Did the world change? No. Rama came. Did the world change? No. Ramana Maharishi came. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa came. Everybody, world is still the same. World will not change. You have the clarity within yourself. You already wise. You have taken a wise decision to learn Bhagavad Gita. You have the clarity within yourself. This is gnana to act in the world, do karma yoga without. I understand it is a difficult scenario to go through when people who are talking to you, they talk as though they know everything and they are doing stuff. it hurts our own self, that, and you are kind of forced to tell that no, you are not doing it and all that. No, you don't have to tell. You don't have to teach others. That's okay. Because the teaching, you can tell for hours, it will not enter their head. This has happened to me already. Spoken for hours and hours and hours to people, it doesn't enter their head, because even for them to receive the gnana, they should allow that is a soft field, okay? It is a subtle field. It is an energy field. It is a soft switch. There is no hard switch here, okay? Switch on, switch off is not there. It's a soft field, okay? Subtle field. That energy field should be ready to receive. If they are not in the reception mode, whatever you say, it will not enter their head. It's impossible. When you are ready to receive, when you make yourself receptible, then the gnana will enter, then the grace will happen, then Krishna will be able to enter. If they have blocked themselves, it's not possible for you to correct the world. It's not possible. When you change within yourself, this is the answer for you, what you're telling, what you're asking. When with the gnana, when the clarity dawns within you, it will reflect in your personality. You will accept things as it is. Because of the gnana, you are a karma yogi. You accept situations, circumstances, accept people, accept relationships, accept all the botherings around you in the world just as it is. And it will reflect in your personality. The aura within you will increase. By this, people will naturally be attracted to you. It will happen. It will not happen overnight. It will happen over the time. And you should also, the clarity of the gnana should sink in you as well. When the clarity sinks in deeply within you, it will naturally reflect in your personality. When the natural reflection happens, people will accordingly, they will be able to recognize, oh, he looks wise. He or she is looking wise. Is able to accept situations as it is, accept karma as it is. And he is a karma yogi, thorough karma yogi, without accepting, without being worried about the results, is thoroughly focused on the results, thoroughly working towards it. And he is always happy and enthusiastic, filled with enthusiasm. Now, such a personality will be able to spread knowledge even by living, even by the lifestyle, they will be able to copy your lifestyle. That will happen. That will not happen overnight. I totally understand what you are coming, where you're coming from. The others are not getting the same knowledge, but there's a mismatch in the society. Why society, even in the family, there will be a mismatch. Of course, it will happen over the time. You will start accepting the situation as it is. I think it will be the fourth time again if I we miss this time. Are you all okay to join?
Okay.
Okay, I think we can
Maybe
close
we
for.
can,
Sorry.
yeah, maybe, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I mean, we can
Yeah.
continue in the next session, I think.
Yeah, I think we can close for this 12:40. I've taken too much of all of your time. We will continue. There's so much for Karma Yoga. Actually, we have only come up to 10th shloka. It's a big chapter. There's a lot to Karma Yoga in this. We still didn't do Bhuta Yagna and all that. Panchamaya Mahayagna itself is very important. Let's conclude the class with ending prayers. And if it drops off, please finish the prayer. Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you, everyone. We'll all will see next week and we'll continue the Dharma Yoga next week. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hari Om.